Live. Live, yes, Alex. Quit looking for the red flashing light. Welcome again to another episode of Waking Up in a Brewery. Today we're doing something special. We're super excited about today.
Every time I add glasses, I get more excited.
Yes.
We're hoping it's going to go to here.
Yes. Yeah. That's the plan. So today we are from Gatlinburg Brewing. Not the one that's in Gatlinburg, technically. We're the one in Sevierville.
The Sevierville location.
This is the newer location, correct?
Yes.
It's
past a year.
Gorgeous, by the way. This is a beautiful tap room. I love sitting in here. In fact, that's why I chose this angle, because that is just beautiful. I also love that you guys do beer, you do liquor drinks as well, so there is something for everybody. If you want to come out and have drinks and you're not into beer, you can at least have liquor drinks as well. Alex is going to get us live on so he can monitor your comments. Hopefully you guys chime in.
We got one viewer.
It's you.
I'll ask a question.
But anyway, so let's start off with what we're drinking. What are you drinking this morning?
Right now I'm drinking the Frog Alley Double IPA.
Going hard.
Going hard.
Going hard in the paint.
Yeah.
I am having their Barista. You guys know me, I love my coffee. Love a good porter, so I'm going to start off the show with the coffee porter.
Yeah.
And our guest,
Our
would you like
guest,
to talk to
Jeff
us?
Renz, master brewer. With Renz Nest Brewery.
Yeah.
Renz Nest Brewery. Special guest, he's going to be one of the great home brewers at next week's Street Brewfest, which we're going to talk about here shortly.
Exactly.
Which I'm also wearing a shirt from Haggard Brewing, which is a good friend Charles Valentine, which he just literally just came and took my shirt off and he put his on me and he's like, get on TV. You know, so forcefully, he does that to me all the time. But another great.
Not about shirts.
But it's cool though. They you guys just both won awards. I just saw that announced yesterday. You won first place. Charles won third place.
Yeah, exactly.
And
First place.
First place.
What did you make for your first place win?
The first place beer is an interesting story. It's a beer I brewed, I looked it up, it was 16 months ago. A Belgian dark strong ale.
Oh,
Belgian
Belgian beers in general.
Yeah. And the interesting story was my son-in-law visited a few weeks ago, and I pulled one of these out and we had it at the fire pit. I'm like, oh, that's awful good.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just put it in the contest and see what happens.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened. That time that it had to sit around in the bottle, we took the sharp edges off of it and smoothed it out.
Right.
It's nice. I like it, and apparently the judges liked it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm really happy with that.
I bet.
Yeah.
First place is
Really
something to be happy about.
Yeah.
But I have always loved Belgian style beers. I dated a girl for a while, and she was an airline attendant, and she stopped at Corollas. You know what I'm talking about? It's a craft brewery in Belgium. But she would pick up bottles and load up her suitcase and bring it back. So I have, like, every time she'd come back from there, I'd have like 6 different craft Belgian beers. And I didn't realize how much I love Belgian beers until I was like drinking them all the time. And it's almost this rounded smoothness on all of their beers. I don't care whether it's a Pilsner or it's a Stout or whatever it is. What they do, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's the yeast. I don't know if it's their brewing process. But there's this nice softness intermixed, even like if you're having a Pilsner. It's still crisp, but it's got this little soft mouthfeel. It's weird. But I just fell in love with them for the longest time. So one of my favorites is Duvels or Tripels. Those styles are, because give me those ABVs, right?
Yeah. So that's a beautiful beer.
What's the ABV on yours, by the way?
On that quad?
Yeah.
That was near 11%.
Oh wow.
Yes.
But it's completely muted now.
Yeah.
When I first had it, maybe a year or so ago, it hit you in the face with the alcohol.
Probably had a little more boozy note to it.
Yeah. And that really mellowed out over time. So that was nice.
But and I would love to. I I don't know what you've done in that as far as bottling or whatever, but I would love to do a year and then another year and see how it tastes at that year, like, because that's a great style for
vertical
aging.
tasting.
Yes, I'd love to do a great vertical.
Yeah.
Again, I wish more people were doing propels and quads.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of them in the industry as a whole, let alone in our area. And I would love to. Nobody's doing verticals at their beers yet because we haven't been around.
I did that with some Coronas years ago. That were
No. You're not standing vertical.
I didn't know they were back there, and I just kept.
Oh.
A year later, I was like, oh, I still got one. And it still tasted terrible.
How was it?
Still had it.
Did it get better?
I had to put like a whole line in there. Yeah.
I'm glad you said the word vertical. I always forget that word, the phrase of doing that year over year. But nobody does verticals around here very often, unless you get into some bottling group that they come out to a brewery and they open their bottles and what they've done on their own brew. But I love that idea of, especially with quads and stuff like that, where they're going to get better or more mellow or softer or more blended as that time goes by.
Yeah, I like to do some big beers every now and then, like English barley wines and stuff like that, and put them away for a while.
Yeah.
One of my friends has one of mine that I did in 2014, still sitting in it.
Oh, wow.
I can't imagine how oxidized that thing is.
I hope it's not, but yeah. Then it's going to be just really bitter.
But yeah, stuff like that is fun. Big beers like that, put them away. I do a big Russian Imperial Stout.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah, we stash that away for a while, and that's
Oh, that sounds.
So and again, as we talked about before the show, is I come from a European import stout type drinking. That's what I love. Like the Rasputin is one of my favorite Russian Imperial stouts. But I again, it's also about that. I also want to have that another year from now to see what it's done, to see how those tastes have blended or mellowed out. And it's hard to do that with IPAs. You don't get that same level of flavoring.
That has a different. The hops kind of dissipate over time.
Yeah.
It becomes a different beer.
Yeah.
It can still be good, but
it could be. Yeah.
It won't be as hoppy as it once was.
Right. It almost doesn't even taste like an IPA at that point.
Yeah.
But your stouts are always going to have that stout, and you'll probably lose some of that booziness, and maybe even pick up some of the other flavors that were already there as you start aging.
Exactly. Another good example is Dirk Franzen came in second with his barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout on Sunday.
Oh.
We got static.
Oh, yeah, I'm worried about this mic. Let's
just move it closer.
It's not that. I think it's the mic.
Ben Mooney, though. Do we trust him?
We do. We have to.
Oh, that's right. We do have to trust him. All right, Ben.
He's always here.
Maybe he didn't hear that part if it's muffled. I didn't really say that, Ben.
Snap, crackle, and popping.
Yeah, brother.
There's just beer coming from everywhere here. This is great.
Oh goodness.
Ask Ben if you can, if he can still hear you.
Hey, Ben, how does this sound?
Better. Jerome said better.
Jerome said better.
All right.
This is one we'll talk about.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow.
All right.
We're going to hit this by the end of the night. This might be a 12-hour podcast, but we will.
I might have to sleep in your office.
I might not make it to my class tonight.
So what is this?
So back, I forget exactly when, 6 months ago, give or take a foot, we were sitting around here having a talk with the brewers here at Gatlinburg Brewing. Me, Charles Valentine, Jeff Large.
Oh, yeah.
Town Brewing, and we were saying, you know, what to do a collaboration between us homebrewers and the brewers here at Gatlinburg. And they were all in and said, let's do this. So the three of us went back and we developed a recipe. We got time out to go, what do we want to make? there's something different. It's different. Had a couple of beers and came up with a white stout.
Yes.
Which has been done before, but
Yeah.
it's kind of outside the normal scope of things. So we did that, and they served some beer for a while, and it was good. And then Phil in the studio said, "You know what I ought to do? Take some of that, put it in a whiskey barrel,
Yeah.
pull it out in 6 months."
Yeah. That's what we
6
got.
months later,
Yeah.
here you are.
This has got
It's got a bite.
it's got a nice boozy note on the nose.
And this is straight out of the barrel, so it's not carved up yet.
Oh.
or
I
anything.
mean, I feel like I'm getting ready to shoot some bourbon.
I don't want to shoot this. I want to.
No, I'm not going to. That's what I'm. First, I was like, oh.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
That almost has a bourbony
Yes.
sipping type. Like I could sit and just sip on this and smoke a cigar.
Yeah.
That's, when that comes out, it gets carved up.
So it doesn't have a harsh bite at all. Like when you think of boozy beers, you got this booze. You're there. This is just it literally tastes like you're on a sipping whiskey.
Yeah.
So very.
Yeah, it's just that's
Wow.
That is.
I'm,
Yeah, we'll take 2 kegs of that.
I'm really,
this is gonna be a fun beer.
yeah, that's,
Yeah.
Now, are they
That's-
gonna keg? Are they gonna? You guys gonna keg it and have it here in Casual Pine or?
yeah, I'm not sure what their distribution on this is going to be.
Do you know how big that batch is?
I think they just might be just one barrel.
Oh.
It's just going to be super limited.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping, I haven't talked to them yet, that they will bring some to the Street Brewfest.
Oh yeah.
Please bring this to it. This, I mean, it's going to go fast, but that's, I mean, it. Like if you've had a barley wine, it's almost that level of booziness, but not that level of graininess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's obviously it's changed quite a bit in the barrel over 6 months.
That's
Going in there, it was quite drinkable. but-
Yeah.
Okay, this is
Yeah. Well, that's very.
smooth.
yeah. That is a fantastic.
I'm excited now.
Yeah.
Let's go carve that sucker up.
Let's do that now. It's really fantastic.
I'm excited about Street Brewfest stuff because I mean this is getting me excited. We're getting to try some stuff
Yeah.
we normally don't get at the bigger breweries.
Right.
We get to try some different.
And that's what's really great. If you've never been to a beer festival, sometimes you're going to get some of the same stuff that they have in the tap room. But the exciting stuff is those ones that it's a one-off. We're playing with this. This is this weird thing to show you how good we are at brewing.
Right.
And you could get more of similar styles or similar tastes or similar whatever at our brewery, but this is what we're working on, and this is the kind of fun part to explore and then.
And that's why I find Street Brewfest is one of my favorite. Like all the beer festivals I've ever been to, it's one of my favorites. This is my 3rd year. As
They've had
master
4
ceremony.
years, right, of this.
This will be the fourth.
The 4th
Yeah.
year.
So 3 of 4.
I've never been to one.
This would be, you know, it's a really hard job being a master of ceremonies at this festival because at the end of the night I'm supposed to announce the winners, and it's usually like, you read your own name. It's like, look your town, good job. All right.
He sampled everything.
But it's one of the more fascinating, I think, beer festivals because you don't, like, not Brewfest and Brewish and all those, you don't see homebrewers.
Yeah.
And so the first time I went to Brewfest, I was like, oh, the big brewery's going to be so much better, you know, that's what I thought. And then it took me about 5 minutes to figure out, I was like, wait a second, these guys, I think are better.
Well, that's where they get it from.
Yeah, and they have an opportunity as homebrewers to go completely.
Right.
I mean, it's just a blank slate and do whatever you want.
I love that.
You don't have to go sell it to the public and you can just be crazy. You know?
Right. Whatever happens, like whatever happens.
Yeah.
People are gonna love it.
And
They're
sometimes
gonna
it's a
hate it.
happy accident.
Yeah.
You come up with a great beer and it's, but the other thing about being down there at Bush Street, for folks who haven't been down there recently, it's been completely renovated. They did a fantastic job. It's beautiful down there. It's all decorated up for fall now. I was down there just last week. and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a nice, intimate environment for this kind of thing. It's really great. We're going to have Appalachian and Ray's restaurants. We're going to have special menus available for folks that want to have a snack to go with your beer or all that stuff. So it's going to be really nice. We've had a lot of fun here in the past year.
We have a lot of music this year too.
I believe there's a DJ that
DJ? Okay.
So it's a great location as you're coming up into Sevierville. Like, you know the main strip before you head up even into all of the attractions and stuff. There's the sign, "Welcome to Sevierville," on the corner there on Brew Street. And it's literally like as you get off 66 and you know you're heading into Sevierville, it's the first light.
Yeah, you look
hang a left, you're there.
You look for the courthouse and go right behind it.
Yeah.
Right behind it,
And which is, again, if you've walked or driven down that area, it already feels so, it feels like this is where Sevierville started.
Yeah.
This is where this is the center of Sevierville, and they build up around that, and then all the attractions are something else. This is Sevierville.
Yeah.
And that's where Bruce Street is. And
I'm glad it's on a Saturday because my uncle's the judge is here in Sevierville. I don't want him seeing how much beer I drink.
you don't think he knows?
No. I don't think Dwight's watching mine. He's wanted to come to a few of my stand-up shows, so my dad was like, no, just don't go.
Probably not.
Don't go down.
What are you drinking today to start with?
So, seeing as I'm an old retired guy and it's breakfast time,
I can't wait to retire.
I've got breakfast juice.
Yes.
I had one of those earlier.
It's definitely my favorite Gatlinburg beer. I'm a hoppy kind of guy.
Yeah.
As I tell people, I try to find beers that are as bitter as I am.
Right.
Yeah, if they made a beer as bitter as I am, it's undrinkable.
No,
You might as well just be chewing on a hop.
I wouldn't drink it.
But no, this is excellent.
I did not have that when I had Jesco's breakfast, which was a peachy pale, which I love peach anyway. I think that type of fruit is so great for beer because that seed fruit gives you that or pit fruit gives you that nice bitter note anyway, and so it lends itself to most styles of beer. And then you also get that little sweet note. So I enjoyed it. I love having a breakfast beer, which is why I'm continuing on with the coffee porter. That's how you wake up in brewery, right? You get coffee.
All breakfast beers.
Yeah, that peach is hard to do because it's a very subtle flavor.
Yeah.
You have to get enough in there so that you recognize it
Correct.
by beer.
That's why I see a lot of breweries kind of accent that with a mango. So you'll see a lot of mango peach push each other, and they both have
mango as well. So
my beer for Orange Head, I named this. I had the whole plans for it and everything. It's called the Mandalorian. It's completely nerdy because it's a play on the Mandalorian, and we released it on the day they released episode 1 of season 2 of the Mandalorian Star Wars show. And it's called the Mandalorian, but it was a peach mango wheat. And they worked really well. And then we ended up doing a whole series of pepper versions of it after that. We did Scotch Bonnet all the way up through Habanero of this peach mango
That Chattanooga brewery stole your name, remember?
They did.
I was at a brewery in Chattanooga and I was sitting there having a beer just weeks after he had named the Mandalorian. I'm sitting there, I look up on the board and I was like, that looks familiar. I took a picture and sent it to me.
There's no way they got that here. And I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, it was a brilliant name.
You're talking about pepper beers. When I was back in Columbus, we was Elevated Brewing Company that came out with a roast pepper lager.
oh.
I love that.
I would love it and hate it at the same time.
We had a tasting and
Test of manhood.
I got one sip. I'm out.
Yeah.
So I don't hate this stuff. What I like is a good balance of heat to that beer.
It just wasn't that.
And it's hard to get well.
Remember we had we ordered a big or something, and they're like, "Sorry, we taxed the tank. We only had this much left." And we're like, "Oh," and we tried, and we're like, "Oh, for goodness, they didn't bring us in."
Who was that? I can't remember. Because I had a similar experience. So me and my fiance, we love pepper beers.
Yeah.
In fact, we were just out at Fountain City Social the other night. One of my favorite pepper beers, and I don't like pumpkin, but Atomic Pumpkin,
Oh yeah.
Voodoo Ranger from New Belgium, is such. It's a habanero pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
And it's so delicious. Like it's got
Very
out of the
subtle
can.
habanero.
Both of it. Like you're not over pumpkin, you're not over peppered. It's just got it out of the can. But off the tap, which is what we had at
Haven't had it
Social,
on tap.
the pumpkin is more subtle than even in the can, and the pepper is more pronounced, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the carbonation off of the tank that's creating that extra pop.
Yeah.
It was really still good. Like it felt lighter and crispy, and it was good. But me and Kayla, if there's a pepper beer, we're drinking it. We went out to Elst, and they're gonna laugh about it if they're watching. They brought this pepper beer out. It's a habanero wheat beer. And me and Kayla down, like, yeah, full pour, let's do it. The bartender's looking at us like, I don't think you really want a full pour of
I
this.
just want to taste through
And we got 2 10-ounce pours, and me and Kayla are also the type, you order it, you drink it. There's no leaving the end of your beer on there. Like, you ordered it, you drink it, that's your responsibility. Drink responsibly.
Yeah.
You can't commit that kind of beer foul. So Kayla takes a sip of it first, and it was so hot, she almost threw up. Like it almost made her nauseous with the level of heat. I'm like, come on, it can't be that bad. And then I take a good deep swig of it, and as you're drinking it, like it's not bad. Like you're getting this flow and this cool, refreshing, burning fire all the way down your esophagus. Like this is. And then it no longer became enjoying this beer, it became a test.
Yeah.
Like, are we going to get through this? We ordered it, we got to drink it, and how do we get through this? And we're kind of letting our mouth drool off. It was so, and it wasn't bad. That was the other thing. I don't even want to say it was a bad beer. It was just beer with pepper juice. That's all it was. And it wasn't enjoyable. It was funny. It's a great joke after the fact, but even they were like, no, this was a mistake. This is, we don't even want to stamp our name on it. We're not going to mass produce this. Like, it's not a good beer, but.
Well, that's exactly how that ghost pepper lager was.
I can't imagine.
And the guys I was with, they had like 5-ounce pours of this stuff, and I took one sip.
Moving on.
And these guys, want to prove their manhood. They chug the whole 5 ounces.
Oh, yeah.
And then they start hiccuping.
Well, and honestly, I would have enjoyed doing a 4 or 5 ounce, just shot that thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to man up. My esophagus is going to have holes where it ate through, but I'm going to do that. But we're literally working through this 10-ounce goblet, and just we got some.
No.
But the ghost pepper would even be worse. Ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper.
Give me excited. Now we're gonna try one.
We
All right.
gotta try something. All right. So we should start here. Okay.
What's up, Billy, Kevin, Ben, Jerome, Steve,
Everybody.
Sound like a Bill with a boat.
Are you like me? We always have to have a bottle opener on our keychain.
My son-in-law gave me. Oh yeah.
What are you gonna do with that?
Watch this. I'm gonna take some of these out. I didn't have time.
Well, that's that. For me, I need the leverage. I need that. I need that extra leverage on this.
So this,
I got nothing.
Yeah, that's because you're not a great drinker.
this comes from our friends at Gatlinburg Brewing.
Oh, this is Haggard. Okay.
Charles Valentine.
With this shirt.
So tell everybody who Charles Valentine is.
Charles Valentine, tell you a story about it.
Oh, you love those
I
even
won't get
better.
into those.
I got stories too. I won't tell.
No, when I moved down here about almost 4.5 years ago exactly, and one of the first two guys I met was at a homebrew festival with Charlie and Jeff over at the Casual Pint. We were fast friends since. They both make fantastic beers, and this is one of Charlie's. This is the blackberry wheat.
Oh.
Which is,
Blackberry wheats.
really,
Blackberry wheat, I love that.
really a fantastic, nice, easy, refreshing.
So wheat beers are such great summer beers because they're so refreshing here in the heat. This is your lawnmower beer. When you talk about wheat beers, I haven't yet.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, this smells like straight blackberries. Like, look at it. It's got a slight bit of cloudiness, a nice golden color,
Did he say he's gonna
but the nose on that.
Oh, he's gonna. This is gonna be at the festival.
The nose on that, it smells like you're about to drink blackberry juice.
that's real good. Really, really good.
Wow. Oh,
You get that wheatiness in the background.
Yeah. So it's a little soft on the wheat. You immediately get a very subtle blackberry taste. Light, refreshing. I would drink this all day.
chug this at the lake.
Oh, yeah.
This is such a like.
Just sitting on your lawnmower. And,
Yeah.
Man, good job.
yeah. Yeah, Charlie.
Now Charlie is heading up this function, correct?
Yeah, Charlie is the original organizer of this event.
Yeah.
Done it for, well, now be the fourth time.
Yeah.
I'm the latecomer to the party, so I'm their token damn Yankee.
Oh, you married a Southerner.
No. No, she's also a damn Yankee, but
Oh.
they welcomed me with open arms.
Yes.
Jeff and Charlie are great. They're both natives of the area. And
Now where are you from?
I'm originally from Connecticut,
Okay.
Then you were in Columbus.
and I spent 23 years in Columbus.
My wife's, that's what she was doing.
And then retired down here because we were looking for places to retire, and this looks a lot like Connecticut with all the hills, and we want to be near the water.
Oh,
But
and
you're
the
around
falls
lakes
are
and
very similar.
Yeah,
Just more
Sunset.
more putt things.
it's way cheaper. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a cheap guy. I'm retired.
Yeah, when you're up there and you're like, I've got to live in a $100,000 house, and then you come here and you can get a $500,000 house, same square footage, for the price that you were paying there, you're now getting the square footage that would be
It's
$500,000 there.
no, and we love it.
Oh,
We've met tremendous people. It's been great. We really enjoy it.
yeah, East Tennessee is a different creature, man. So most of my family's out west, and the last time I went out there, my family expected me to show up in overalls and barefoot. When you hear Tennessee, apparently that is the concept out there, and I'm just
Usually
like,
when you wear it, why didn't you do it? You want to be president?
I was trying to, no, I never wear overalls. I hate that outfit. I've had it, and I hate the stigma of that. But that is so light, so refreshing. Yeah,
I'm proud to wear your shirt now. Before I went shirt.
well, you didn't get a choice, so it didn't matter.
Charlie's sitting on my shows with heckles. Speaking of Columbus, I have a curious question because we've talked about this before. Have you ever stayed at the Brew Gods Hotel?
No. They were always opening one.
Oh, were they?
Yep.
We've been so curious about what it's like. I mean, I've read about it. It looks cool. That was impressive. Thank you.
We're going for distance now?
Yeah,
My son-in-law and daughter are still in the area up there, and they were just at Blue Dog a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They sent us a bunch of pictures and stuff, and the beers that they tasted there.
I think it's
well, they
just
have a hotel
a brilliant
shower.
idea.
A beer's in the shower.
They hand you a beer when you walk in, and you check in. You get a beer at check-in.
Yeah.
I need to go
I just
down.
want to do the shower beer. Like I want to be just naked in there.
Shower and beer.
I do that. I just don't have a shelf built into my shower. I set it on the towel rack or whatever.
They also have taps in the room. Like,
Yeah.
They can just tap any of their beers. And a lot of them, from what I read, have views of the brewery. Like you can open your curtains and watch them make the beer, then you can go drink it while you're in the shower. I mean, it's just non-stop beer.
Non-hot.
I wondered if it's like the water beds that are just full of beer.
Filled with beer, yeah. Yeah, that would make me sick.
What's up, Walter?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things we're missing in East Tennessee. Because I've went a lot of places and had a lot of craft beer. And I'm going to tell you, East Tennessee is one of the best areas for craft beer. And we're just going up. We're just getting better.
More and more.
It's crazy. Like 10 years ago, what we had? Sour, Confusion, Smoky Mountain Brew. That's probably about it. And now we are exploding. There are 26, 28 breweries in Knoxville. Not even counting Gatlinburg or Marable. Like, we got so many.
1907 and Morristown.
Yeah.
1907 is coming to the Brewfest as well.
The cidery, right?
I did their the
Is
very
that
first.
No, the
that's
brewery.
1911.
Not long after they opened, that was their first live show between anything. And
Oh, okay.
they weren't sure. They're like, all right, can we do comedy in Morristown? So it was one of my favorite shows I've had in the last year.
Yeah.
Super nice people.
Yeah.
The beer
Down
culture,
in 1907.
1907, all right.
the beer culture is just we're ridiculous. We're really good at this. And maybe it's because of generations of distilling and that it makes it easier to go into brewing. I don't know what it is, but
I don't really know what's driving it. The whole craft beer movement
yeah.
across the world, really, at this point. And I think it's just different generations. People are looking for different things.
Yeah.
It's still only 23% of the industry.
Well, that's because you've got those massive machines.
Yes.
What what used to be BMC.
Yeah.
But Miller Coors.
Yeah.
And that's an enormous part of the market.
Yeah.
Breweries are growing as fast in Knoxville as Pancake Houses did in Street County. It's kind of the same. It's like they're rubbed off.
Yes.
Before long, we'll have like 72 breweries in a 2-mile radius.
Right. I'm okay with that. I would rather have beer than pancakes.
And Ninja Stores.
And Ninja Stores.
Which we still don't know why we have so many Ninja Stores in Gatlinburg.
You can actually
That's because you haven't met all the ninjas. They're hiding.
you can actually have beer with pancakes.
You can. I want to make a beer syrup.
Did you see he poured twice as much of his?
I did.
I know. I see how
I
he
saw
is.
that when I got done.
Yeah, I was just kidding.
You only saw that when you got
Go
done.
ahead, yeah.
We know. You just got called out for it.
We noticed his face. It's like, wait a second.
That didn't seem right.
He's got all these half bottles. Where is he going to go hide in the bathroom in a minute?
Well, he keeps sliding the rest of those bottles behind his glass.
I know. I've seen that.
Well, we did Sunday when the judges were judging the contest, and they would only drink half a bottle.
Yeah.
And then be half a bottle less.
Yeah.
So where'd that end up?
Yeah.
So we know.
Gotta go somewhere.
We know.
Jeff and Charlie and I had that sample as well.
Yeah.
All right. What is this that
So
we're
what
having?
we have here, longtime fans of the brewery will be happy to know that we're bringing an old favorite back to the Brewfest. This is Old Brown Shoe.
Oh, brown shoe.
This is
a brown.
it's just a straight up brown because I'm one of those weirdos that love.
Yes. Yes.
There aren't many of us.
Nobody makes them. So nobody gets a chance to. I love it.
There's one here at Gatlinburg Brewing that they do. Fantastic. Don't feed the bear. Don't feed the bears.
Yeah, I saw that one. I almost ordered it.
It's really, really good. This, I don't know.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah, this is one of yours.
Yeah, this is one of mine.
The only reason I didn't order Don't Feed the Bears is because this one had coffee.
Yeah.
So, but I love brown ales. Newcastle I drank for the longest time. So I love a good brown.
This is another one I could drink all day long.
What is that? There's a. What is that smell? Trying to figure out that nose.
Still got blackberry.
Yeah. Yeah, that blackberry.
It's
The blackberry kind of.
It's nutty. It's not coffee.
It's a little nutty. I think it's coming from the Nottingham East that I eat.
Yeah.
excellent.
which is generally used for porters, right?
Yeah, or English
English
style.
style bitters or
English, yes. But, it goes well with this.
You see, normally,
It accentuates that nuttiness.
normally I like good
Wow.
but it's not something I can drink a lot of. Like I'll
Oh.
get one or two
Yeah.
here and there. This is one though
I
that
can drink that all
drink
day.
all day long.
I can drink that all day. So this is so your style, because I love a good coffee brand like the Cubano from Alliance. This Jenny will drink forever.
My wife.
This has to be bottled. Like this could be distributed.
Yes.
This is one of the best brown beers I've had
Yeah.
anywhere, anytime.
Yes. I agree.
I appreciate
This
that.
it's smooth. It's low on the IBU. It's not overly roasty, but it's got those malty, roasty notes to it. It's fantastic on the nose without being overpowering. The ABV is relatively low. I'm guessing you're
Yeah.
right around 6.5.
No, it's less than that.
Is it?
If I recall.
That's
If I remember right, it's in the 5 range. Might be 5.5.
I mean, this is a great beer. I would buy this by the
While
case.
we're on this note, that's my beer of the week.
Yes.
That is my number.
Yeah.
That is my favorite beer of the week.
That is fantastic. I would
Usually
agree.
don't do that on the show.
I would agree. I rarely have the beer that I'm drinking or even sampling as my beer of the week, but I honestly I was going to go with Schultz Brau's Oktoberfest, but I would honestly I'd rather have a liter of this.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Holy
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
great beer. Beer of the week.
I can see why he poured himself more now.
Yeah, he knew. He knew. He acts like, oh, that was an accident. I didn't notice until after I.
That's it.
If you distract him, I'll grab the ball.
What is your favorite beer that you had this week? You can't pick your own.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to. Unless you want to pick this one, I'm going to
Boy, that's tough. Right? I had 25 beers this week.
Wow.
25 different beers.
Yeah.
different. That's, I was going to say 25. That's not, oh, different, okay.
That's what I.
Ballpark.
That's retirement goals right
Yeah.
there. Hashtag retirement goals.
Yeah, we need to bring
Greg and Richard.
and Ed down here, yeah.
No, we sampled all the beers in the contest that the judges sampled.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to sample all of those. And had some other beers as well. Boy, it's tough. If I was a big sour fan,
Yeah.
I have to go with Charlie's Sours, which is
I'm so sad I missed that. 'Cause
but
I'm getting some out of it.
I'm really more of a either really hoppy or really
Malted.
stoutish.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Kind of stuff. And Dirk Franzen, who took second place in the contest, had a barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout.
Right.
Just
That
fantastic.
sounds like my
And
kind.
that would have to be my
For
favorite.
Dirk going to be at the festival?
Dirk will be at the festival. He has some of that with him. So come on down and try out Dirk's beer. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Stop by and visit him. He's a lot of fun.
We need to get there early with a little bottle of wine. It's just like, let's see if we can sneak some
Yeah.
good beer.
No, that was really very good.
Russian Imperial Stout. That's,
Yeah, barrel aged. It's got a nice barrel nose to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Good beer.
What was the name of your brown again?
Old Brown Shoe.
Old brown shoe. Well, that doesn't taste like a shoe at all.
No, it was fantastic.
Interesting though, thinking brown shoe makes me think leather, and maybe some of that on the nose, kind of a leathery. You know what I'm talking about? If you go into Gatlinburg leather store, there's something to that. I don't know if that was a register for you, but it almost like it feels like a leather shop. Not in a bad way. Like I love that smell. And
Yeah, each successive batch, I've been trying to amp up the roastiness just a little bit. don't want it too roasty.
Right.
Because brown shouldn't be terribly roasty. The next one will have to be more of that.
That's
But
smoothness.
I don't want to muck with it too much more
Yeah.
because
You're there.
it's pretty well balanced.
You're there, yeah.
So I don't know.
How big of
That's a
batches
question.
are you doing?
I'm just doing 5 gallons at a time.
Yeah, we just got a question from Ben Mooney. He said his old brown shoe bottle.
The sad news in all this is that as homebrewers, we cannot sell our creations.
Correct.
By Tennessee law.
We're gonna have to run it to you. We'll run it to you in an old 57 Chevy.
I don't
I
think
do-
it's gonna run the engine. Oh, you meant like, let's just put it in there and take it and drive it.
Yeah.
Moonshiners used to
That's what I was thinking.
pour it in the
Moonshine
tanks,
running.
but
Yeah,
so you can cipher it out. But
yeah. So yeah, that's the official law.
is there any chance Old Brown Shoe will be available at the festival?
Yes, it will certainly be that.
There you are, Ben. There you are, brother.
Old brown shoes is available at the fest. Why am I talking into the phone?
Right.
Old brown shoes.
He can't hear you there.
No, probably not.
Ben's just looking at me like, why are you staring at me?
Seriously,
Yeah, it'll be at the festival.
Ben, if you like browns, this is the brown to have. Like, I would rather drink that than Newcastle, to be quite honest. And I'm not saying that as biased. Like, that is just refreshing. It's light. I could have several of those and love that taste. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, really good. Alex, I'm gonna go get us some more glasses. Should I go downstairs and get one of these?
Yeah, you're not as good at this as I am, but yeah. Also, give me a.
I'm not asking you for more beer. We gotta finish these.
I know, but
Should I? Fine. Well, the beers.
Don't be the bears.
That guy. Oh.
These are clean. We're gonna get a few more. So while we're at a pause here,
yeah.
don't forget, Saturday, October 2nd, from 2 to 6 p.m., we're down on Bruce Street in downtown Sevierville. Come down and join us at the Bruce Street Brewfest, sponsored by our friends here at Gatlinburg Brewing and Cabins USA. So please visit those places, give them all your business, because they're doing a great job of helping us out. We'd love to have them, and we'd love to see you down there. So go down and see us. This is a week from Saturday, so get your tickets now. You can go out to BruceStreetBrewfest.net, and that'll point you over to Eventbrite to get tickets, or you can go directly to Eventbrite and look up Bruce Street Brewfest and get your tickets there.
We'll put the link up on our page too, so
There
in
you
case
go.
you didn't hear.
And tickets are available at the Gatlinburg Brewing locations, at the Caswell Pine Sevierville, and a few other places around town. So they're $40 each
Totally worth it.
for 4 hours of unlimited sampling.
If I can just keep drinking that brown, it's gonna be worth it.
And we had a contest too. Jerome, are you coming to the festival? He won the tickets, remember?
So Jerome won and Trayson won.
And Tracy won. Wait, did they both win?
I don't know who won.
Wait, no, Jerome, you did win.
I was gonna say Trayson won.
Sorry, Jerome.
Trayson, I talked to him this week. He's definitely gonna be
Trayson
there.
is coming. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know why I thought Jerome won.
So, speaking of that, I've got a couple tickets here that I'm going to let loose.
Want to give a couple away?
Yeah. Okay, so
No, Jerome was like, "Oh yeah."
he's ready to win them now.
That was terrible.
Literally just provided to whoever can tell us
Oh yeah, the contest question.
this contest question.
Here you go, Jerome. If you want to win them, here's your chance.
What is cynosilicophobia? I don't know if you guys know that.
Do you want your tickets back? I don't think anybody can get this one.
Oh, they're going to Google. They're already
Yeah,
deep in
yeah,
their
they're already
Googles
looking
right
it
now.
up.
Cynosilicophobia. It is something related to beer.
Is it scared to do the podcast with you?
Maybe, but I am the beer nerd.
Phobia?
It is a phobia, and I am the beer nerd giving that to you. Phobia. They are good-looking tickets. And
Suitable for framing.
yes,
I'd like to ask Charlie about how we're going to need tickets or we just walk in. Like
you're going to have to monitor.
we're bringing Taylor, too.
Miss Deagle, didn't she win tickets?
Yes.
So it was Tracy.
But she gave them.
She gave one
to a friend.
Okay.
So we had 2 sets of them.
We have had 2 sets.
But Charlie already knows about these. Talk to Charles. Yes.
Yeah, they already gave it away. I'm guessing Trayson already probably got his. Trayson, I haven't seen him log in yet. But
Yeah, Denise. Yeah, Denise, I think, was gifting them to someone else.
Yeah.
She won them.
she did.
Denise is one of our favorite beer people in Knoxville.
Yep.
She's at Geezers.
She's Geezers and Crafty Bastard West.
Crafty Bastard West.
And she's fantastic, but she, I don't even remember the question
Wait,
she got.
Jerome said fear of beer. It's fear of Jerome drinking beer because he was at my last show here and he was highly intoxicated.
Jerome,
And
you've been called out.
Jerome, I don't know if you remember.
I think you told me this story.
Remember when I was telling the story about my show and how weird it got out here, and that there was a guy just like randomly going country roads?
Yes, that was Jerome.
That's Jerome.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to give him tickets to a beer
No, we
festival.
want to give him a microphone the next time you do stand-up.
So, no. He said, sorry for your empty beer glass.
Is that your guess?
That's what he put. It's fear of empty beer glass.
It is. It is fear of an empty glass. Phobia is the fear of an empty glass, which I always have when I'm drinking beer. As soon as it gets down there, I start panicking.
Well, congratulations.
Jerome just won.
Jerome
So
won.
Jerome did win
So
tickets.
Jerome did win.
We did. That was, you just voiced it into
Good job, Jerome.
that. Which I'm so excited to meet you. You've been on several of our podcasts, at least in the comments.
We need to tell Charles we're going to have to hire extra security for the festival now.
Ticket prices are gonna have to go up.
There's going to be a lot going on with Jerome there. I love you, Jerome. No, you're
Jerome, these are yours, brother.
That's it. Good job.
How can he get these tickets? Because I'm not mailing them to him. Should we leave them at the front check-in for him in an envelope named Jerome, or?
yeah, we'll figure that out.
We can stick them to
Jerome.
at the
Yeah, she can get them to Jerome. He comes in here.
Okay, there you go. You have tickets, brother. I'm so happy for you. I love giving away some tickets.
You'll be hearing a lot of country roads at the festival.
Yeah, but I'll be
Just
singing.
randomly. He just likes to randomly yell it.
All right, moving on.
So,
What are we drinking?
so we're back.
Yeah.
We're back to Haggard Brewing.
Yo,
All right. So this is
this is Mr. Valentine's beer.
Mr. Valentine's Irish Stout.
Oh,
Is what we have here.
Oh, you're excited now.
oh.
Not the seltzer.
No,
No.
we're not doing an Irish seltzer stout. So I love an Irish stout. Guinness was my go-to, but everywhere I go, if I see an Irish stout, I have to have it. The color on that it is a perfect black. You'll see those little hints of brown like you will get from any Irish stout, but that style. So. Stouts and Porters, all stouts are technically porters, but not all porters are stouts. Stout was created by Arthur Guinness to combat, basically, to represent Ireland versus London, Dublin versus London specifically. They were making porters in England, and that was kind of their thing. And Arthur Guinness said, well, we're better people, we're stouter people, we're stronger people. We're going to make a better version of the porter. And they created, Arthur Guinness specifically, created the stout. So an Irish stout is the most traditional style of a stout. but that's where it came from. So if you go to Dublin, almost everybody there will drink a stout. Versus if you go to London, you'll get porters. But I love this style because there's so many bold flavors.
There's something interesting in there. I'm getting out. I can't tell what it is.
Oh, that's nice.
What that is.
It's an oaky note.
See, this wine I can do this. But the beer,
I get a bit of fruitiness.
I get almost like cherry or something.
Maybe, yeah. That's nice. It's light, actually. It's super light for a stout. I mean, it's obviously a stout. You're still getting those bold, heavy flavors, but the body of it is actually relatively light by comparison. So I dig that too. That also lends itself to all-day drinker of a stout.
Put on nitro and see how it is.
Oh, don't even tease me. Don't even tease me.
Don't bring up nitro.
I would, if I had my brothers, I'd put every beer on nitro. I just love that creamy texture that nitro gives.
See, and I'm just the opposite.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have the patience to wait for a nitro to come out. Like, you gotta give me something else to drink until they get that one
I
going.
love it. I love the cascade of it. I love that magic as it does that. I love the creamy texture. There's certain beers that lend itself to that anyway.
Yeah. This would be one of them.
This would definitely be one of them because it's already light.
Yeah.
On nitro, it's just going to lighten it and make it even more creamy. Like you're going to crush this all day on nitro. This will be dangerous on nitro, honestly. Yeah, that's fantastic. Almost has a porter feel to it with that vibrancy of a stout.
This makes me wish that Jeff, you and Charles and Jeff Large just got a business together that's called homebrewers, and then you walk in and you each have 3 different sections.
Oh, there's 3 bars.
There have been discussions.
3 bars.
It would be fun to. You've got 3 bars. Each bar features a different brewer.
Yeah, they each have their
Or
own
maybe even do a 4th bar, so you have the 3 brewers and then a collab bar where they all 3 put together like 4 taps.
Yeah.
We, what was it, a year ago maybe? We did a collaboration with 3 of us.
Yeah.
Right? We put this beer together and put it in a barrel. It was a raspberry sour.
Oh.
And there's a picture of us on the label I created for the 3 of us here in Nashville. At one of the breweries, I'll tell you which one now. Of course, during masking time. So we're all 3 sitting there with masks on.
Yeah.
So the name of the beer, you like naming beers? What do we
Yeah.
call it? Cluster Funk.
Yes!
Yeah.
Cluster Funk. That's
It
absolutely awesome.
turned out to be fantastic. So we've talked all the time about creating a Cluster Funk brewery, which if they all didn't have to have day jobs.
Yeah, well,
Right, I don't happen.
that's what everybody says until they're actually opening their own brewery.
Yeah, I know. I never understood all the stuff in the brewery. How in the world you can ever make money from that? 'Cause to me, the economics don't work. But
I understand that, Matt. I talked to the guys out of Geezers, and they also say that. And in fact, most of your breweries, and this is why I usually wear a support local shirt. Most of your breweries are not making money, especially early on. You've got to get out there and support those guys. Number one, you're going to support local business. That is so good for your local economy. It's helping you and helping your children and helping your neighborhoods just by supporting any local business, whether it's a brewery or anything else. But supporting your local beer breweries, that also you're not paying money into some corporation where they're buying all their fancy cars. These guys are paying their bills. They're paying their friends. They're paying their kids for their education. Supporting local business is amazing. Supporting local breweries is even better. And all of that tax money helps everybody. Like you're really supporting the community when you support a local business and a brewery. So go out and do that.
Do the L trip.
And I'm going to tell you,
I'm all out.
I don't care what beer you think is your favorite beer, domestically or import-wise, you will find something as good, if not better, anywhere in the craft beer industry. There's so many flavors out there, and you may not like this brewery. I don't know how you don't, but you may not like this brewery. Go find a brewery, because I'm going to tell you, somebody is making your beer, and they're making it right now, and they have it on tap, and you can go drink it as much as you want and support great business and America and your family.
And the breweries compared to bars, I mean, kid friendly, dog friendly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Games.
Yeah, I take my 6-year-old to breweries with me because there's things for her to do. And you're not dealing with a bunch of people being stupid drunk and starting fights at a craft brewery.
Everybody's not hitting on everybody.
Well, except for Alex. He keeps hitting on me. It's weird.
I'm going to have to change who I wanted to punch this week.
Well, while we're on that, did you have somebody you want to punch this week?
Yeah, normally it's a tourist. Usually it's, reading out, spending 2 or 3 days a week in Gatlinburg. It's usually a tourist I want to punch.
Yeah.
This week it's actually myself. I want to punch myself.
What? Do you want me to do it for you?
No.
Okay.
So we're ganging up on it?
Just being a team player. Me and Jeff are being team players. We want to help you out.
Actually,
What do you need?
I brought a prop. I brought a prop to this one. So,
Oh.
so a lot of you don't know. My wife she decided to make me watch all the Marvel movies, which I've never watched them. Which I know
I'm
that
so
means
happy
you-
about it. So happy.
So we just watched all 25 Marvel movies over the last month or 2. I don't see her much because she's in vet school, so we get like one
And
day
she
a week.
avoids it.
And she avoids me. Yeah. We get one day a week. We'll watch 2 or 3 movies. So 2 days ago we were at Ross. She was wanting to buy some fall stuff to decorate the house.
Ross the boss?
No,
You getting your hair
Ross.
cut?
The Ross.
Oh, I got you. Dress for less.
Yes. But she goes in there for like the fall decoration stuff.
Yep.
So, since she made me watch all these Marvel movies, so we get up in line, she's got a few things, she hands it all to me, gives me her debit card, she's like, I gotta run to the back, she's like, here, just check it out, here's my card. I said, okay. And so, when she did that, I remembered I was looking around, I always look at cologne, because I'm a cologne freak for some reason. And I stuck this into her carts, just to make her mad. Some Captain America cologne that she bought me now. And the reason
was nice of her.
The reason I want to punch myself is because now I'm stuck with it, and she said I have to use it all, and it's terrible.
Is it terrible?
It's absolutely terrible. The best part of it is that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know what that does, but yeah, it's
But he has to wear it
smells
until
like-
it's gone.
it smells like high karate that my dad wore back in the
Yeah.
70s. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I want to punch myself because now I have to use a whole bottle of Captain America cologne.
I'll help.
Oh, dude, I'll just. You want to try
Just
it?
don't dump it in my car.
So, yeah. This week it's just.
I get it. Because there's been how many episodes where I was the one I wanted.
Yeah. The good, and me want to punch you too, yeah.
This week, my person to punch is not me or you. It's not even any of my DoorDash customers.
Oh, wow.
Today, this week, I had somebody try to take money out of my account. So my card got frauded by some company called Science of Skill. I got no skills out of it, so I know that it wasn't anything I paid for.
I didn't mean to do that.
I still have 0 skills. And so it's Science of Skill, hits my account. My bank, and I want to punch whoever it is from Science of Skill because they started this train wreck. But my bank sends me a text message saying, did you try to spend this money? If you did not, call us at this number. So I called the number. I'm, of course, driving around doing my job. And they're like, yeah, so there's this charge. This isn't you didn't do this. I was like, no, it's $57. I know that's not a lot of money, but it's, yeah, I mean, this is not me, I didn't do this. And they're like, yeah, we didn't think it was you. Tell us what other charges you've got on your account. It's like, okay, I bought this, and this should have been deposited. And they're like, okay, this is right. Yeah, your card has been frauded. We're going to shut it down. So you have no access to this card. Okay, now I have to change everything about every account I've ever used with my other card, which includes my DoorDash account. So my DoorDash account, I can fast pay every day, and it'll immediately go in my account if I've got that card on there. That card is no longer valid, so I now can't immediately cash out every day. And so they're like, yeah, what you need to do is either we can mail you a card, which will take you 10 days, or you can go to one of our locations and we'll make you one. So I'm like, well, obviously you go when you have one made. So I go to my bank, I get me a new card. You would think that by them telling you you had fraud on your account, that they would stop that payment from going through. They did not. It hit my account. So now I have to go back to the bank the next day because they didn't stop the account. Because if it's pending, they can't stop it apparently. And so it has to go through. And then once it goes through, I have to go file a dispute. Now that dispute, hey, yeah, I dispute this, let me sign off on that. Oh, well, it's going to take us 14 days to take that charge off your account. 2 weeks? When you knew up here it was fraud, you didn't stop it, you let it end, and now I'm going to have to pay for this. So I still have to wait 2 weeks for this. You would think this would be the end of my troubles. I'd be like, okay, it's only $57. The problem is I can't get my money out of my DoorDash account paid out to me on a fast pay, because if you change your credit card in there, you can't get any cash out on fast pay for another 7 days. So
I feel bad for you.
yeah, I've got over 244.
That's the prize.
$244 not in my account, just out there in limbo because one guy decided I'm going to charge him $57. So if I ever find them, I'm going to break a bottle of Captain America cologne over their head. It will all be used.
But Jenny paid for it, so I have to.
Yeah. He's been on this Arabian Nights thing for a while.
Somebody could make an Uber here.
I don't. You should just drink the one you got.
We got another beer to try.
We do have another beer to try.
Do you want to punch anybody besides the two of us?
If I had to pick,
Chris.
no,
Oh, between the two. Oh, I thought he was picking between the two. Sorry.
He should.
it's probably Charles.
Yeah?
Punch it.
Yeah. And the reason is, we,
But you beat him.
we were here, in fact, and decided that we'd go have some dinner that our friends up the road at East Tennessee Billiards. If there are a billiard player like me, they're right just a couple miles up the road here on the left on 66. We went up there and had some dinner. It's all well and good until we walk out the door. Turn, it's lightning. Yeah. Hop on our cars and off we go. We didn't get a quarter mile up the road. It was monsoon. Just ridiculous. All the way up there, we get there. Well, now you gotta go in. We get in my car and so head to toe.
Yeah.
So for that,
Yeah.
We're all punching. Oh, this is our last one.
He is. Wow, the color on those.
Hey, Ryan Shipley, man. What's up? How you doing, man? Ryan's got a great podcast he does himself.
So this is another one that's going to be at the Street Brewfest, Saturday, October 2nd. Be there. This
this yours?
This is mine. This is called Something's Going Awry.
We got grapefruit right off the bat.
There you go.
Is it a rye IPA?
It has
A rye IPA?
just a little touch of rye in it.
Oh, it definitely has that IPA grapefruit
Yeah.
note
Yeah.
on the nose.
Smells fantastic. You guys make some great beer.
Well, that's nice. Actually has some other fruit in there. It does have a grapefruit on the beginning, but there's is it a pineapple?
You get some pineapple in there, maybe a little guava.
Yeah.
Hanging back in there.
It's super soft. Like
Yeah.
the mouthfeel on that is soft.
It's not bitter at
I
all.
was gonna say it's got a very low IBU on that, but it's definitely an IPA. Like it's definitely an IPA, but not that IPA that you go, I can't drink this because it's an IPA. That bitterness that I know that both of you love.
Yeah.
This is a great. If you want to get into IPAs, this is the beer that gets you into IPAs. It's soft. It's a little hint of the bitterness. It's got great fruit notes without being sweet,
Yep.
and it's light.
Oh, man.
But I love everything hazy IPA.
Yeah. No, this is
Yeah. It's definitely
this is one of my favorites. This I did a couple of years ago. We did another competition. We got 8 brewers together in the area, all the way from Scott County through Blunt and Mount and over at the Capitol Pint. And the rules were do an IPA.
Yeah.
And so this is what I brought to that, and I really enjoyed it.
Is
So
this when you said you're going to have next week too?
it will be there.
This will be available at the Street
It
Brewfest.
has been sampled, so it's not quite a full keg, but
Jeff,
I'll have it there.
Jeff, see, I think Jeff's a little scared that I'm coming back this year. Jeff Large. Because every year I sit up right next to Motortown.
Yeah.
He makes that Citra IPA that I just
Oh, that's awesome stuff.
love.
Yeah.
And I remember the first festival, I just always, because I had my booth, my table set up, I was sitting on my bunks. So I just had my glass over like this. And I was like, just keep going. Jeff's like, you gotta get other people this beer.
You got to move there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're sitting up next to his.
Yeah. We'll be there.
Jeff will appreciate that.
I don't know, he might get jealous.
He might, but that IPA, that is fantastic. That is.
I can't wait till next weekend.
It's also not what I would call a juicy IPA. It's pretty dry.
Yeah,
It
and
finishes really clean.
I think that rye really cuts through
Yeah.
all that.
And I
stuff.
generally don't like rye beers in
I'm
general.
not real
But it's very hint. It's
hard
very
rye.
subtle.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I wouldn't have even thought of it.
I would not.
yeah.
But it does cut it down. I think.
Yeah.
And you really have to dig for it because there isn't much in there. I had a rye beer this weekend in a competition, which was great. In fact, from Jeff,
Yeah.
from Workertown, he's got a beautiful rye IPA, really nice. The ones if you get too far up in the rye scale, then it kind of turns me off.
Yeah.
But he's got, I believe he'll have that at the Brewfest. The rye IPA, fantastic.
This is going to be a great.
It really is going to be a fantastic.
We're going to be filming all day.
Yep.
We're going to be.
We're going to interview as many brewers as we can.
And
We're going to see if Alex can be funny for a change. So hopefully he'll do some funny spots
I don't
too.
perform at this festival. I'm the master of ceremonies. I don't perform.
You barely perform when you're doing shows anyway.
We will have plenty of
He's the
funny
worst
people there.
manager
Trust me.
I've
The longer the festival goes, you'll find all kinds of funny folks there.
Yeah, Jerome.
Jerome's gonna be there.
Jerome-
Jerome got
yeah.
tickets, so I'm probably
We
gonna
got to
like,
give him to Trish.
I'm probably gonna sub you out and get Jerome to be my funny guy for today.
He's just going to say country roads over and over and over.
I
That's
can work
really
with
all he's
that.
gonna do.
It's literally funnier than hanging out with you sometimes.
You were the worst manager over there.
It's not true. Alex actually he's got a great stand-up routine. If you've not seen it, you still won't see it because he's not doing it this show. But if you enjoy anything that he says, never mind. Go see one of his shows. Sometimes you'll have to pay some money, sometimes you won't.
That'll ruin your whole day.
But he is doing a class, and their first performance is
Oh
tonight.
yeah, my class, it's her first show tonight at Skybox, downtown Knoxville. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
As a disclaimer, he can't make them be funny.
No, that's not how the class.
We need to put that out there, so if anybody shows up out there at Skybox tonight expecting the level of comedy you get out of Alex on stage with these people, that's not going to happen.
Well, this class, it's her first performance. I've got Sean Mills, which is a staple.
He's a mainstay, yeah.
Amanda Cruel and Ray Ford.
Yeah.
Which all three, a lot of people have seen before. But then we've got a lot of new ones. And so it's going to be, we got a preacher from Mexico tonight. This is going to be his first time ever on stage.
That to me is interesting enough to just be there.
Yeah.
Like apparently he's not real great with the English language yet.
We're getting there. And
Yet he's doing comedy.
And I've got a CEO from Belgium. Tonight's his first night on stage, and this guy's hilarious. Last week was the first time I met him, so yeah, I'm excited. So Skybox, 6 p.m. tonight down Gay Street, Knoxville. It's free. Come check them out.
Because you wouldn't want to pay for this show anyway.
No. I still can't believe UT pays me to sit there and drink beer and watch people fail. I mean, it's the greatest thing I've ever done.
That is not his objective. Well,
No.
not at the end of his show. That's not his
After 8
objective.
weeks,
The
every week.
objective of his class in the beginning is yes for them to fail
Oh,
because you learn some stuff.
You do.
And how to help them and how to guide them.
Look at Sean Dills. I mean, tomorrow night, actually, and I hate to tell you this, Sean, I can't come if you're watching.
Oh, has he got a show tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night
With
is
John
his
and-
1 year anniversary show
Oh,
at Skybox. And,
so your class is going to open for him.
No, John, I think John and Kevin and Amanda Cruel
Okay.
will be there, and I was hoping I could be there. I feel really bad. But yeah, Sean. So Sean is doing really well. It's one of my students.
Yeah.
That actually is going for it big time and doing really well. So.
He is doing really well. I think he just came off of, he had a show Saturday, and I think he had one earlier in the week as well.
They started a group, 3 of my students together. John Silk and Kevin Roberson and Sean started a group called
Filthy Uncensored
Comedians
of
Knoxville.
Knoxville.
And if you
No,
acronym that, and that's their
Yeah,
name.
you'll figure it out.
Yeah. So anyways, you got that.
It's a great group.
So yeah, we got Street Brewfest will be at October 2nd.
Yep.
Second, First Street between Court and Parkway.
Yeah.
That will all be closed down. Right around the.
We still have tickets available.
Tickets are available.
Get them, and
Only what, 40 bucks?
it's going to be $40 worth it of beer all during that time.
From what I understand, there's over 100 different beers you're going to get to try 4 hours straight
Yeah.
for $40.
That's the best bargain in town.
And you can't beat that.
Yeah.
And it's a different.
And if we have any beers that are even close to this,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Like I said, out of all the beer festivals in East Tennessee, there's a lot of really, really good ones. This is the most, I think, to me, the most unique and different one because it's the only one that features homebrewers as well as the
Yeah.
And I know sometimes we've had, in the last few years that I've been, there's been some Nashville breweries that will show up, some from Nashville, some from Knoxville. So it's really neat. You get to go try a big brewery and then go try a home brewery right next to it, and you're like, wow, it's neat to see.
And what's really interesting this year is we have brewers from, memory serves right, 4 or 5 states coming to this.
Oh wow!
So they're coming from as far as Montgomery
Really?
to come and serve beer.
Oh man, that is so.
It's
I
fantastic.
can't be more excited.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What,
So-
2 weeks away?
it's not
12 days.
Not this Saturday.
12 days, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not this Saturday, but next
We're
Saturday
getting real close.
in Sevierville.
Yeah.
So big thanks to our sponsors, Gatlinburg Brewing, excuse me, and Kevin's USA. You know, get hold of those folks. Come down here to Gatlinburg Brewing and
Yeah,
have
Gatlinburg
yourself
Brewing. Great.
some beer and some great pizza they make here.
Oh, their pizza, their cheese stick. Oh.
Get yourself a cabin out of Cabins USA.
Yeah.
Bring your family down. Enjoy the area. We're getting close to leaf peeping time.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, indeed. You're right at the edge of this. All the leaves are going to start changing right
Yep.
now.
And Gatlinburg Brewing Company has 2 locations. We've got one here in Sevierville on 66, and then one right at the split, right in downtown Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
Just awesome. Best beer in Gatlinburg for sure, and Cereal. That's great. I do shows at both, and I love it. I mean, it's always interesting doing shows here. So.
Well, I'm
Great.
super
Yeah.
excited. And I want to thank Jeff.
Yeah, thank
for
you so much
joining
for
us.
that.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Bringing us all the beer.
It's been awesome.
It's been fun. The beer has
Great
been
time.
fantastic.
Even though he's short quarters on that one, he might be the one I want to push
Yeah.
next week on our show.
Oh, next week. That guy.
Oh, wait, he's still here. Did I
He's
say that?
retired, by the way. You can't touch retired people.
I'd be honored.
Well, I'm going to get up and I'm going to turn off the camera. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Join us
everybody.
next week.
Come see us.
Come see us.